Good evening, my friends. This is Steve with Real Progressives. Tonight's quick broadcast is more of a public service announcement for people. For those who have followed us, for the last 3 years, you know that we started in the beginning of the Bernie Sanders campaign. We had no connections. We had no clout. We were just there to talk about the things that we were here to talk about. We made friends throughout this entire movement. Everybody was on the same team when Bernie was running for office, when he was running for the nomination for the presidency in 2015 and 2016. We all worked together. In the beginning, the early days, we had folks like Jackie Lukeman, Kendall Sen Sullivan, Kia Love. We had a host of other people that had passed through. We obviously had folks like Arn Menconi. We had Ed Higgins. We had Chelsea Lyons. We had Debbie, the sane progressive, coming on frequently. We had Claudia Stauber on here as well. We had Garland Nixon. And the list is on. Tatsu Aikita, Sandy Shallis, just tons and tons of people were here. Pete Perry, you name it. And what we did was we tried over a very, very long period of time, Diane Moxley, we tried over a long period of time to try to make this a place that pulled the people that were in the field wherever they were. And we don't know anybody. We're sitting here in our own houses, in our basements, in front of our computers, watching the same social media you're watching, listening to the chatter from the same people you're listening to, talking to different people. And as we proved ourselves worthy, we gained more clout. We were able to talk to people that were higher ups, people that were actually running for office. Tim Black had been with us for a while. We had a ton of people. I mean, really, there's almost nobody in this movement that has not in some way, shape, or form passed through the doors of Real Progressives. We even had Revolt Against Plutocracy, which we cut off here not too long ago. So we've been tied with Progressive Independent Party, Movement for a People's Party, all the progressives running for office, the Bernie Kratz, Bernie Sanders, you name it. We have been tied to everybody because we have been involved in this movement from day one. We have reached out to countless people. We've been involved with Eric Rydberg. We've been involved with the folks at Standing Rock. We've had Jordan Cheriton on the thing. We've had Zach Haller on here. We've had Katie Johnstone on here. We've had Stephanie Kelton, Bill Mitchell on here. We've had Jill Stein on here. Okay. We've had Ro Khanna on here. We've had David Cobb and Melissa Figueroa on here. We have had everybody under the sun on here. Literally everybody under the sun. Ajamu Baraka. Okay. And the bottom line is that our focus has largely been, since I've been largely the one doing the live streams for the longest time now, and we're building up. We got Jeffrey Ginter, Rocco Million, and others, Joe Firestone, of course, Ellis Winningham. We have all these people work with us. And you have millions of hits on our page before Facebook started messing with the algorithms. Millions of hits. I mean, every month we're hitting close to 30 freaking million people. We're up to like almost 10 million people. It was like almost 9 million a week we were touching there for a while. And then it fizzled out. Then the Facebook algorithm started shrinking the reach. But what happened after Bernie Sanders conceded and walked away and gave Hillary the nomination? What happened? Everybody started going their separate ways. Everybody had a different angle now. The one thing we had in common was Bernie at the time. Then all of a sudden, folks that went to support Jill and folks that stayed to write in Bernie, the Optin I-270 crowd, that whole fiasco happened. Y'all remember this stuff, right? You all do remember this, right? So all this time, every step along the way, you take a stand against X, then you're Y. Somebody calls you Soros bot. Fools, I got no money. Show me my Soros money. We got no money. But there is the Tippy Toms and the other dodo birds of the world saying things like that we're Soros bought or whatever. Bottom line is that as soon as Bernie left, all the people scattered. Everyone scattered. The progressive movement scattered. You had people that spent every day, all day, from the minute they got up to the minute they went to bed, complaining about Bernie Sanders. You had other people all day, every day, worshiping Bernie Sanders. You had other people green enter. You had other people dem enter. You had other people dem exit. You had other people moving for this. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's going their separate ways. The minute you cross them, the minute you do whatever, you end up having 20,000 people go, oh, real progressives sold out. Real progressives is Soros' fault. Real progressives is a tool for the establishment, right? Whatever. It's always some worthless statement, some arbitrary comment from somebody that doesn't have anything better to do with their life, okay? But it brings us to a very important point. When we broke fellowship with various people, I mean, for those of you who have followed us, you know, we have been inundated with shit talk, smearing, garbage, gossip, you name it. Trash talk. People leave. They want to set the world on fire. We'll expose you, Steve. What? You're going to expose me changing a flipping diaper? You're going to we're going to expose you, Steve. You're a fraud. We're going to expose you. As I'm changing an autistic son's diaper. Expose that, baby. Freaking wastes. But this is what people do, right? So what do? This is what we do. This is what I do. I part ways with people that are assholes. I part ways with people that aren't sharing my vision. I part ways with people that are trolling. I part ways with people that I don't feel our ethos and our ethics are compatible. I don't go running around with a flag yelling to everybody, hey, I dumped so-and-so, or hey, so-and-so is a horrible person. I don't do that, and I will never do that. And here's something else I don't do. If I don't know that Syria was bombed by Assad, or I don't know that military ops from the U.S. did something, I don't ever say that it happened as fact either. Why is that? Because my integrity means more than being woke. So you think I'm so woke that I'm ahead of the curve, that I'm just saying things. Man, wow. Man, I remember the one time when the plane flew over and it left all these chemtrails right up my nose and I grew a third leg. It was real, I promise. I'm not going to do it. It'll never happen. I will never be that guy. If you're looking for that guy, I'm not him, and I never will be. And no matter how bad people have acted on their way out the door of real progressives, I have never entertained a smear campaign against them either. People have trashed the shit out of me, and I have never launched a smear campaign. I've never done it, and I never will. No matter how many guns people try to put to my head, I just let people walk away. Now, if I have information, and I mean, when I say information, I'm not talking about some sketchy son of a bitch tells me some skeezy little story, and then I go, guess what, everybody? I know it's a fact. It's not going to happen. I'm way too classy for that. I don't care what mud you want to live in. I'm not doing it. I will not do it. Not going to do it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You know, the closest thing I ever did, because I got pushback. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to make a statement. When Claudia and Debbie were talking about white privilege and the whole black spaces, the safe spaces down at the peace conference in Virginia, I came out and I said, you know what? That's not cool. That's not cool. People that are vulnerable, that have been impacted by the woes of society, have the right to meet in a safe place and determine their destiny. They have that right. I'm going to give it to them. I didn't think that it was right for them to complain about it. I thought that it was kind of silly, but whatever. And I said that whole live stream, you can watch it. I'll find it. It was very respectful even then. Even then, it was very respectful. Why is that? Because I don't know all the details. I just know my truth. I know what my truth is. And because I'm in recovery, I live in my truth. I don't ever do what awful, disgusting, evil people do when they slam people and they just sit there and literally cart them out there and try and trot them around and destroy their reputation and destroy their name and destroy everything else. I don't do it. I won't do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I refuse to do it. Now, why is that? Because it's been done to me. People feel they have the right to say whatever they want because they sit in front of a computer camera, talking to a little blue snowball right here. You can't see it, but it's there. And come out here and tell you what I think about economics or tell you what I think about the movement. And, quite frankly, I'm a project manager by trade. I'm a program manager by trade. So I try and do things in a systematic way. If it doesn't make sense to me and I can't put my head on the pillow at night, I don't do it, period. And so when it comes to the things I am sure about, I'll come at you full frontal, man. There's no getting away from it. When I know what I'm talking about, I'm right there in your face. But if I don't know what I'm talking about, if I'm ignorant about a subject, if I have questions, I don't go out there and talk as if I know anything. I'm not like that, and I refuse to ever be like that. There's a lot of good people from the country. When I grew up, these people had all kinds of stories. Let me tell you something, boy. Man, them there things over there, you better watch out for them Wi-Fi signals. They'll give you brain cancer. You hear me? You hear me? I'm not going to do that. Why is that? Because I don't know. I don't think so. Studies out there show it doesn't. But you know what? People say it. But I'm also not going to sit there and jump on the he said, she said bandwagon either. I'm not going to denigrate anybody. But if somebody is a bad actor and somebody is behaving in a way that I feel doesn't represent my values, they're gone. I'm not going to trash them, but they're gone. And they're gone. Trust me, they're gone. But I've been in a coalition. We've been in a coalition, a third party outside the duopoly, inside, outside kind of duopoly, coalition here. We did Occupy Inauguration. We did the Convergence Conference. And we've done other things throughout. We were all together at the DNC. Everybody was out there covering, different things. You guys saw us. We had a ton of coverage, round-the-clock coverage of the protests in Philadelphia. We were also at the People's, I can't even remember that. People's Convention, I think is what it was called there in Philadelphia at the old Quaker House, Quaker Meeting House. Met a bunch of you guys there. But here's the one thing that you're not going to see me do. I'm not going to sit there and jump in the middle of your drama. I don't care how legit your drama is. If I don't know what's going on, if I don't have the facts, I'm not going to be your water. I'm not carrying your water. I'm not going to give anybody air cover, but I'm not going to carry your water either. I'm just not going to do it. If you think that my voice, if you think that I have something to say about a subject you feel is important, and you want to come talk to me directly as a human to a human, a grown-up to a grown-up, a decent human being to a decent human being, I'm all ears. I'm always interested in knowing. That does not mean that I'm going to go on camera and sit there and shit talk somebody. I'm not a loser, and losers do that. I'm not going to do it. It would make me sick in my stomach to be one of those kind of people that flaps gums about things they don't know about. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So for the many people that used to be at Real Progressives, I don't think I have ever literally fired anyone, but we've parted ways with many, and we've made it so that they understood your time is up. We don't want you anymore. And we've done it in a peaceful way. We've tried to be in a peaceful way. Our departure here recently with Revolt Against Plutocracy and Victor was not the happiest moment of my life. But you know what? I wish Victor well. C'est la vie. Do your thing, brother. For Chelsea and Ed, c'est la vie. Good luck in your journeys out there. I hope you don't cause any problems. And if you do, if you're bad and you've done something wrong, I hope justice comes for you. But bottom line is, I didn't do it. I wasn't a part of it. And I'm not going to cover for you, but I'm not going to sit there and talk shit about you either. Period. Period. You know why? Because the steps of AA talk very, very clearly about keeping your side of the street clean. My job is not to keep your side of the street clean. My job is to keep my side of the street clean. And I live by that ethos and I live by that code. And if that bothers you and you want to talk shit and you want to make another video about me and you want to smear my name and you want to do all kinds of shit, knock yourself out. That's a testament to who you are as a human being. It's a testament to your character. It's a testament to your integrity or lack thereof. Okay? You don't live by the same code. You live by a code that I don't subscribe to, and that is call out culture, where you want to try and make sure you smear someone's name into the ground and destroy them. But there, by the grace of God, go I. Because I was an alcoholic, and alcoholics do stupid shit. I'm sure most people that have done stupid shit when they've been drunk wouldn't like that thrown in their face. And I know for a fact, coming from recovery, that what I did yesterday and what I do today are going to be two different things, because I can start my day over at any time. It's the only way people can get sober. It's the only way you can give redemption to people. It's the only way that you can solve the spiritual problem that comes from living outside of your side of the street. When you start looking over there, you know that saying, when you point a finger at somebody, there's three pointing back at you? That's not hyperbole, folks. That's the real skinny. That's a straight dope. And so when you sit there and you get in your little groups, get your little mean kids game on, you play your little mean kid games, and you point fingers at people, there's three pointing back at you. And the more you have, there's more fingers pointing back at your little soiree of mean kids. Okay? Now, I have meetings to attend. I have a son that I've got to tend to. And I've got a group, an organization of people desperately fighting to overturn the lies about our economic system so that we can save lives. That's what I'm all about. And if you want to be a part of that, there's nothing fraudulent about that. You want to say it's a scam? That's on you. That's your own lack of integrity talking. I suggest folks start focusing more on their side of the street. Start making sure they're leading a life that's worthy of existing instead of one that probably shouldn't be existing. When you lead a life of call-out culture, and all you're doing is smearing people, you're not telling me what you're for. You're just showing me the other side of yourself. You're not showing me anything. You're not showing me that you know how to get things done. You're showing me you know how to hurt people. And you've taken and gone from being a victim, you're now the perp. You are now the aggressor. You're now the person who has assaulted someone. You are now no longer in innocent land. You are now guilty of the crime of assault. You're guilty of being that guy or that girl that you didn't want to be before. The one you were trying to point at, you've become. The mirror stares back hard at those that live that way. I won't do it. I won't do it. And I'm here to tell you, you shouldn't do it either. If you have a heartbeat and you have a brain, you are worth more to this country, to yourself, to your family, than being a tribal trash talker, running around in cliques, mouthing off. You're better than that. And if you go ahead and you embrace being this person, embrace trashing people, embrace libeling people, embrace slandering people, embrace shit talking like a freaking high school child. If you embrace that, we got nothing to do with each other. You go your way, I'll go mine. I don't want anything to do with that. Why is that? Because I think I'm better than that, quite frankly. That's why. I'm Steve Grumbine with Real Progressives. Have a good night, everybody.